The way I'm tired. The way I am tired of this show. We just gonna dive in, cause what? I, I tried so hard, y'all. I've been patient. We've been sticking it out with old Lois, and I feel like this episode just set us right on back to where we were. And I'm just tired. I've never wanted to get a show over with. Well, no, that's a lie, because it's something I'm watching currently that I would love to get it over with. But this is a close third of me just wanting to get to the end and just be done with it. But y'all, welcome to this good old Grotesquerie Live. Get on down there in those comments. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. And hit that like button. Show us some love. Bear with me today. We're using some new streaming stuff. Let us know how you like it and all that. But I'm gonna go ahead and bring out. I'm gonna bring out Ashley first, because the way it was hard to get through this episode, 2 episodes, when last week that 1 episode just did something special. Ashley, did you enjoy your time with episodes 8 and 9?
Enjoy is a very strong adjective to use. I wouldn't say that I enjoyed it. Honestly, I feel like we're still going around in circles. I said, okay, we're still asleep. We're still sleeping. We did not awake from anything. We awoke to be in another dream realm. It was slow moving, but I did enjoy the performances. I finally got to see Courtney B. Vance do some good work in this. I felt like Anisi, aka Lois, did some good stuff in this episode. But again, 2 episodes, y'all dragged it. 245, 150, like y'all dragged this out. It didn't. This could have been 1 episode and we could have wrapped it up still next week.
Girl, this could have been the end of the show. This was, like I said, this was at best really 6, because they stretched this out. This was an 8 episode series. 8. Why are we stretching this out to 10? I do not know. Kay Blah in the back with the books, because she read them in a slice of horror. What did you think about these episodes?
I did enjoy the acting. I will say that this didn't have to be 2 episodes, though. We didn't need 2 episodes at all. And there is a very special place in hell for Ryan Murphy for bringing out that specialist psychologist. Because once he did that, I said, you know what? I'm not burning with you, Ryan. I'm not going to do it.
Oh we gonna have to get to it, Kay, because I didn't.
And they had a bonding moment at the end. I love your soul. I love your soul too.
Ryan going to hell.
There was nothing. I was happy to see Courtney, but we got to see Courtney last episode. Nothing was impressive about this episode. When I tell you I didn't care about a thing, I was bothered. I was bothered about my wasted time. That's why
they abandoned the whole horror element, and I was like mad until we had 2 minutes of maybe horror. This was supposed to be a horror centered show, and I feel like they've abandoned horror for 3 episodes.
Child, we just gonna go on and get it started, because let's talk about it. Because what's really happening? Ashley, I'm gonna come to you first. Is Lois awake, and what were your thoughts on just this character here? Because we shoehorned in this brand new character like he had been here all along. I don't know, maybe he's supposed to represent something. I don't know. What were your thoughts on pretty much everything here? And do you think Lois is actually awake this time?
Well, first, no. Lois is in a dream within a dream. And Dr. Don't Feel Good is an agent of chaos, because why would you go around telling everybody the crazy stuff that she dreamt about? Just causing more enmity and war. And I need to do this so that, I can further my research and this and this and that. Merritt, did you know that in her mind, she had you on Half Ton Trauma, a reality TV show? Did you know that? And Megan, did you know that you were an unaliver, evil nun? Can you believe that? Why would she do that? Where would that come from? He was definitely on assignment, an agent of chaos, and she still is somewhere sleeping. Lois is not awake. You're never going to make me believe it. And he wasn't even that entertaining. I would have loved it if he was even just a bit more sinister. Of course, he was messy, but give me something else. He was just humdrum to me. I didn't care for his character.
I wanted to know why we wanted to be Christopher Nolan this episode. I was like, where? It was like Memento, Inception, tenant type. I was like, is it real? I thought somebody was going to spin a little pendulum to see which way it was going to go, to see if this was reality. That was right over there with the cut me, because if you cut me, I'll know it's real. I'm so over anything this show could have possibly offered us. Kay, what did you think about this individual here, and do you think Lois is actually awake?
I still feel like Lois is in limbo. I feel like she is like in the in between of something, and she still has to prove her worth before she goes to where she's actually supposed to be. So we're still in the in between of somewhere. But yeah, that doctor, what now? Where does he work that he gets to spill all the tea? Because I'm asking for myself.
No confidentiality at all. Don't tell everything.
No HIPAA, no nothing.
No, you don't need that.
And he said it with a smile.
Yeah. And he basically says in the beginning she's in this liminal state. So, I had to look up liminal, and it literally means a place of transition, like being in between, mainly between life and death. So, child, they tell you everything you need to know already. Nothing's to the imagination.
All I'm gonna say is, if we don't end this off with Lois trotting her way down to hell, what was it all for? She better go to hell. Okay, at this point, go to hell. Awake and remembering everything. You tried to kill me in halftime trauma. As we said, this new doctor here is dropping bombs. Because Lois, she has to be the end all to be all, even when she's supposedly awake. Because now she's just almost genius like with these dreams. And this doctor said that he has been following her this entire time, talking to her, scanning dreams and nightmares and whatever else. This was not a comatose thing. This was something different. Lois is, futuristic. She's projecting. Matter of fact, would you like to know what she said about you? And this all, I was like, at least we got to see Raven Goodwin at work. At least we got to see her with full clothes on at work, looking like a prosperous Black woman. I was happy to see that. But Lois is over it. She doesn't really want to hear anything. This doctor wants to hold on to her to test and see how far these things go. He's really enticed by her mind. Meanwhile, we got all, nasty Pastor Charlie up there. It's just like, yeah, I don't want to hear nothing you have to offer. You tried to kill me. I heard everything. Kay, what did you think about this?
The thing that comes to mind is, if he's not real, and if he's supposed to be, at least in this level, a doctor, why did Ryan Murphy make us sit through the freak show? Okay, because if this is who he's supposed to be, he's really the doctor. Wizard of Oz, like, okay, you're really a doctor, but in my coma, you were somebody else. Why? We didn't need to see that, though. I didn't need those images if this is where he's supposed to be. If he's really not no freak, nasty pastor, father, what was it all for? Why would you make us suffer through him and Sister Nun, and it means nothing? What was it for?
I mean, she did say, like, I'm like, are we going to come back around to him being sinister or being a killer? Because, in my dreams, you were a killer. You were admitting it. And I was like, okay, can we please get this over with? Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, listen, it was good to see Raven. I do think that she delivered a good performance this episode. I was here for all of her interactions. I was here for the lecture that she was giving. And then finally, when we get to see her and Lois. So kudos to her. I don't know still if I would have taken this role for one episode of acting and 10 episodes of gluttony. I don't know if that would have been the vibes for me. You know what I mean? If I was in that position. But yeah, I feel like Father Freak Daddy, aka Dr. Feelgood. Yeah, girl. I mean, he's always sinister, but it's whatever correlation she's making in her mind, right? Like even with Megan, it's like this whole thing of, okay, she's the chief of police or the detectives or whatever. She's seemingly supposed to be good, but there's something nefarious at heart. And I just think that they're putting that together, like that juxtaposition, just to kind of screw with you a little bit, because he's supposed to be this holy man, this father, this priest, yet in the same breath, he's trying to take me off life support and unalive me. I'm curious to know, what is it, girl, that you heard him say? He Dr. Kevorkian at this point, I don't think this is really his true nature either. I still think this is just a representation of something else, because even in this role, right, as a doctor, what's the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm, right? I think there's something that Ryan Murphy's trying to play with this, but baby, you're not that deep. Like you're not as deep as you think you are, and it's not landing the way I think he thinks it is. Because I mean, we can get philosophical with it, but it's just crap. It's pretentious to me to even try to take the route he's taking with this. But
it's terrible. All of this was crap. All of this was crap, except for Red, because Red saw her life flashing before her eyes. Because you know what? She's up. Marsha said she's up and about, getting ready to come home. Yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. It's about time we get divorced. This is it. We're going to get divorced. And you know what? We're going to be what we always should have been. It's just going to be me and you living our best life. Pairing apart. Like, baby, the way she was like, well, are you sure that's what you want to do, Marshall? I mean, yeah. At this moment, I think Red realized what it meant to just have Marshall. It's one thing to have Marshall and he's, a cheating, philandering husband, giving you his little time when if and when he can, when he's not putting on airs, even though everybody knew this was the open secret. But it's another just to have him there permanently. We can't do what's some dances she was doing at Cherry, whatever her name was. She was a cam girl. Yeah, it's not as appeasing. Ashley, do you feel like she knew at this moment she didn't want Marshall in that way, or was she trying to consider Lois? Because you're gonna really do that to her in this state? She just came back to life.
Baby, we already know the answer to this, but I'll just say this: Big Red is from the old school of side hoes. Okay, a side hoe that knows they position and knows they role, and they don't want it creeping over. Like they used to write songs about it. No, baby, I don't want your man. Keep our husband over there so I can live my best life. I ain't got to wash his clothes. I ain't got to smell his feet. He come over here smelling good. He lay down the pipe and he gets on about his way. Big Red said, oh, baby, no. Why would you ever do that? Don't leave her. No, baby, don't leave. Because I don't want you full time. That's what that is. Like, I drop off that D, all right, and keep it moving. Like, again, she from the old school hoe program. These new schools are the ones who, mess up the flow. But yeah, Big Red knew she didn't want that man, not permanently. I don't want you to be my life partner. No. Lois, let me talk to you, baby, because I think y'all should work it out.
Kay, did Red's life flash before her eyes?
Chris Brown made a song once upon a time called These Hoes Ain't Loyal. Okay. And my man Marshall about to find out how true that exactly is. Okay. Because you saw your woman over here soliciting on her OnlyFans. She's for the streets, and she's letting you know I'm for the streets. So it will never be a me and you thing. It's not going to be that. So, Marshall's going to have to go and find him somebody else, because she ain't the one. She's not doing it. She's like, I'm not your full-time lover.
I just like Marshall in this moment, like the audacity of her to keep living. She just needed to die.
When I tell you that man despises her,
like he is
with every fiber of his being.
He's so righteous in his cheating. Like, what me and you have. Like, she just couldn't let me be happy and die in peace. Like, Marshall, Lord. Now we get to, I put meeting Megan, because this is a whole new Megan. Okay. Everything that they threw at us with Sister Megan, this episode. Okay. We're head detective. We already knew that. We get back into her beef with Lois and the purple punch of it all, and look like bruise. And we get into, the victim, the domestic situation that just had her boasted to take Lois's position or whatever she thought she had, because she should have handled that case better. Maybe if you did, we would have saved her. Retirement party, I'm over this. We have that aspect. We kind of had a window of that in the last episode. Then she comes home to this boyfriend, husband. I was, what? Now she's a domestic violence victim. And clearly this is something she's been dealing with. And the way I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Like, that was the last thing I expected. I don't know if he's supposed to be a representation of something, or has this all been one amalgamation of the motel? And I'm sure it's all supposed to tie in. to her being a victim of domestic violence and this woman that Lois feels like that she, let down or suing the precinct and this is your fault and yada, yada, yada. But I just didn't expect this and I don't know how to feel about it. I felt like we've been through so much. The last thing I wanted to see this episode was her getting slapped around multiple times. Ashley.
I think Andrea Solano is Sister Mary Clarence Megan and all that. I think in the real world, that's who she represents. Somebody that Lois couldn't save. Honestly, that's what I think. But yeah, this was so gratuitous and odd. I said she just walked in and he came and cold cocked her. Like it was like out of nowhere. I said, where did he come from? Is he Batman? Like he just appeared in the room and went upside her head. And I said, what is going on? And then she threw the hot lo mein in his face and I'm going to whatever. And I'm thinking, you have a blicky, sis. And she pulls it on him, baby. Don't pull it unless you're going to use it. This was not the first time. It wouldn't be the last time. I was just curious about this situation and why we needed it. Why we needed, Lois to revisit a case with her, why we had to come home to see this chief of police experiencing the same thing that this victim on the slab did. Like I said, he probably got some deep meaning for it, but I was like, what the hell is this? And he was so ugly. I'm sorry, but Justin, her man, I'm like, how were you? And that's not nice to say, y'all. Forgive me, but I was just repulsed. I was repulsed by him.
He's going to do what he needed to do. I thought that this was maybe a circle back around to Lois not really, because it is clear that, she's an alcoholic in real time. Like you had all these things going on and she was concerned not only with actual, victims in cases she was working, but the likes of Megan. And maybe she was just selfishly worried about the position and the charge and meanwhile she was getting beat on and just Lois being oblivious in the way that she was at that motel when all of the victims and the abuse was happening simultaneously. And it's just like, what's on TV? Let me go on and hold this gun. I need a nap. Like what? That's all I got from it because I'm done. Kay, what did you get from this?
Again, what was the reason? Like, why did we need to know that top flight security of the world was at home getting beat by somebody who looks like a bum? Because honestly, she looked like she could take him. And what pains me is how did he pull the Mike Myers and pop up on her at the hotel just there? Was that supposed to be our horror movie moment? Like he don't even look like he had the ability to actually even track somebody. Okay, like it took her to go home and heat up some old dry ass noodles, and then he gets like what was like we didn't even get a backstory as to why this all was happening. It's just all of a sudden we're thrust into a situation where she go home and it's just like okay, it's Ike Turner times 10. I needed they could have gave us a little more. They thrust us into something that like made no sense at all to me.
I mean, I'm like, is this just supposed to drive home the fact y'all know she's still not awake, right? Y'all know this still not reality, right? Is that because if that's what it is, then I got it.
Because we're in the same locations too. Yeah. If you think about it, we're in the morgue the same way. We're gonna be in the hellish desert with wildfires on the news. Like we're retracing the complete same steps we did in the first 7 episodes. So
why 81 people? Why do we need to retread and retrace? Like this is so tedious for no reason. Like I'm good on Ryan for a minute because why would you do this? And I don't feel like anything amazing is going to be pulled out of this episode 10. It's just like, oh my gosh, no, I'm over it. You see how I got over it? This just says Belinda. That's all it says. I didn't have nothing to say except for Belinda. We're still retracing. You have him going through, Sister Megan, and we get it over there with Marshall, and then we get here. I was like, she has a maid. Why? Why? But we get into how she met her, and I rescued her and took her in, gave her a job, and she's like, out of all the people in your comatose or whatever state, even though this woman was doing these things with these babies and that and the third and the milking, you still chose to help her. Why? Out of everybody else, when you was over there giving your daughter half-ton trauma and force feeding her, why this woman? It's just like, oh, that's Maisie. She works and she's taking care, and I met her here, and I would lay down my life when she was. I think this was an abort mission clinic. Like, Ashley,
I just really didn't care. Again, she was like, I feel like Maisie represented a part of me, that part of me that was unhinged and would say whatever. Yeah, Belinda. That's all I could see the whole time. And Belinda's giving her words of warning. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go to Merritt's house. Maybe we don't go see Marshall. Maybe we don't go. So I'm like, is she now her Jiminy Cricket? Like we're just exchanging them out. I could go a good 5 6 years without seeing Belinda ever again. She really gets under my skin ever since the front room, honestly. But yeah, I didn't care for this at all. I didn't need it. We didn't need it. And then she doesn't really seem like she likes Lois anyway. So it's like you didn't took this person in your house that you don't know off the streets. Is she setting you up for the okey doke? Again, none of it's relevant to me and none of it really makes sense. Um yeah, I mean, did she have an AB? Did Lois have an AB? Is Merritt really there? Like, was Merritt ever? I don't know. It's very odd.
Okay.
I, another thing that just came out of left field. What do we need? Why does she have a house? She ain't got no small kids. She ain't got no large house to be having no maid for. Like, what are y'all trying to tell us? Like, what is it? What is it even for? Did y'all just want to fit this lady in here some kind of way because y'all threw her in the other episodes? It literally made no sense. Or maybe they just wanted Lois to have somebody to talk to. But her purpose was to serve for no reason at all. There was no backstory to it. It literally we just got thrust in more things that just don't make sense. I think they just wanted us to see her again and maybe have somebody to have pity for Lois. But we didn't need her here.
I mean, she's supposed to represent something, especially when we get into her driving her around and just being there. I'm like, is she some? I just want Lois to go to hell already. Okay, she.
That's what I said. Maybe they just somebody just needed empathy for her because she all the bad she did. Somebody needed to just be like, oh, I'm still your friend, no matter if everybody else hates
With
you.
her, when it's just like, you got Maisie waiting outside, and she gets paid to wait and to listen and to have judgment. She's fine. Like,
Oh Lord.
like we just needed one person here to see some type of goodness.
That's what I think.
No, I'm just not. I'm sorry, I don't have nothing for this. I don't have nothing for them. I was hoping y'all would have something to kind of, oh, you ain't got nothing. It's fine. We can't force it. You damn millennials need to grow up. Now Lois gets out because all she wanted to do was just go home at this point and act like, no, let me get on with my life. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna move forward knowing that ain't nobody gonna be here to pick me up. They have no reason to. My daughter mad, Marshall over there seething, praying on my downfall.
Literally.
But we do have Megan. She picks her up, and we have a little argument between the two. This felt very shoehorned in, like talking to the audience when we get into Gen Z, millennials, and boomers, and all the outlooks on life and the degradation of it all. It feels like a point in conversation. There are multiple times in this episode where it seems like he's talking to the audience, trying to inform you about generational things, global things, global warming, just change in the climate, Christ on a cracker, Jesus, religion, all things holy, social media, things are changed. Everybody going to hell, the world's going to end. Cool. Get your life together before it's too late. Cool, yeah. But yeah, we have that little contingency between the two, and see why Maggie may feel some type of way. You put my situation in jeopardy, thinking I stole something from you. I'm the young, white chief who came through. No, you put my whole situation in jeopardy. I got this job because I earned the job. You were slipping. And not only that, I had your back and slipped right on down into the degradation with you because you didn't do what you were supposed to do on the case. And now we are getting sued. Okay.
All these conversations with these people that mean nothing. But again, I guess we're supposed to find hidden messages in this, and just how Lois still wants her job so badly, and this person is a threat because she's taken her position, and like, I'm here solving cases, and what are you doing, and you messed up here, and what you did that, like, what, it's like she's just, again, that's why I think she's in these levels, like she's trying to go back and somehow fix things that she got wrong, but at the same time, Lois is doing a terrible job at making amends. She's not doing good at it. Like, I don't. She's not getting closer to the pearly gates.
deep down she don't care. And I'm like,
Yeah, she's
the
not.
quicker we get her to purgatory and hell,
She's not seeing the pearly gates.
she doesn't care. So when we try to factor in like we're from two different generations and this is my problem with you, vice versa, and we do that with multiple characters, even when we get into merit, it's just not clicking for me anymore because I'm tired. Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I got from this conversation was, Megan, you possessed, and I could see you. It's the second time she said I could see you in the episode. First, she says it to Father Freak Daddy, aka Dr. Feelgood, and now she's saying it to Megan. And it's like, girl, how can you see everything on everybody else and can't see anything in yourself? And then hence begins her redemption tour. There it is a weird dynamic between these two. Because it's really mutual jealousy, right? Megan wanted to be Lois for a long time. Lois messed up, made a mistake, and Megan got the opportunity to step in, and there's still that bitterness. But you're right. There's a ton of messaging going on in this. I mean, he's trying to talk about, the desensitization of the American people, how we're now numb to things. So that's why things should be more horrific, because it's going to call us to this place of seeking redemption or whatever it is. But I just think it's too much. I think it's overkill between that, deforestation, wildfires. Like, okay, we get it. It's bad. Like, we know.
It's extremely heavy-handed, and that's why I'm disconnecting from it. And the fact that we've spent so much time here, and it doesn't feel like we're any closer. We've grown. This just feels like a waste of time. So when you waste my time and then you decide to get overhanded with social commentary, you lose me completely. Thank you so much, DeMarcus Vaughn, for the super sticker and the 199 mood written with smiley faces. As what is that? What does that say? Am I reading? Is this mood?
That baby, that's the sticker that he sent.
Oh,
so
child.
It spells out what the sticker looks like.
Oh, why would they do that? Thank you so much, DeMarcus. I'm like, what? What you trying to say there? Mood with smiley faces. All right, do that. They can put it there. Thank you so much once again for the super sticker.
Sheba dog with a big smile on his face.
I was just gonna say, you want us to read? Can I read mine?
Thank you so much for the super sticker, DeMarcus. Get on out of there. What? No, absolutely not. Thank you so much, DeMarcus. Make sure I don't miss anything because I see a super sticker here on my end. Thank you so much, DeMarcus, for it. For the 28K, I appreciate it. I don't know why I don't see it here though. I saw YouTube's, but I do not see mine.
It didn't come up in the chat back here either.
I know. I wonder why. Here we go.
We're testing, guys. We're just testing.
We're testing.
But thank you for the super sticker with the dog that's grinning widely.
I was like, what? Normally they'll show it. Slaps and accountability, because Lois, you have none. You tried to come to the door with some. She gets out with Belinda, and she's ready to make amends. Run me on down there to my daughter's house. We need to talk. Like I said, it's nice to see Raven in clothes, to see her home. She looks well off, which begs the question of why we were with Eddie in the first place. But okay. Lois comes to sort of kind of have accountability and apologize. But at the same time, there's still a righteousness to Lois to where we can't really fully soak in an apology or concern or care because we know I've been your daughter. I feel like you don't mean it because you don't. Because in the end, Lois just really feels like she was right in what she did. And Raven ain't trying to hear nothing. Mary don't want to hear nothing. You slept with me. I said, y'all really holding Fast Eddie to a standard that he is not. My husband, my man. I was like, well, he's my man, Chris. It was given that. I just didn't care about that. But in the midst of this, farce of an apology, slap. Because how dare you come here and tell me that it's not, you're wasting my time, you're wasting your own. This is not that, and our relationship will never be that. You've been a terrible mother. Get out of my house. Ashley?
Child, this was so stupid. How you gonna come in this lady house, your child, who you done smashed her husband for 2 years on the regular, and say, well, we were more compatible than you were anyway. And it got emotional. It was an affair of the heart. He just gets me. And I'm not, nobody out here go slap your mama because I don't like that. But if anybody deserved a slap in this moment, it was definitely Lois, girl, because how you taking accountability but then justifying what you did is caps. Lois is a trash individual all the way around. And Maisie told her, "Don't get out this car. Let's go get milkshakes. Like let's go get a milkshake. This ain't a good idea." But Merritt paid her more attention than I would have. So I mean, I'll give it up for her even entertaining Lois's conversation in this moment, especially seeing as how Merritt is the one and is the reason why she's literally still here. Like she was advocating for her, loving her. Well, not really,
When
because
she
they did pull the
cursed,
plug.
said,
But
"B, fight B, you evil B, you better fight for your life."
yeah, that's what she said. But yeah, I don't know. I just hate this. I hated the dynamic. I hate it. I hate that this is a mother-daughter situation, especially a black mother and daughter situation. It's just so gross. It really is.
We have more in common than you guys ever did. Like, how are you going to put that in your apology, Lois? Okay.
Now, how you have the loop of when Daniel slapped Louis, but we ain't got the slap of Mary slapping her mama. I thought we was gonna have that one on replay.
Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely.
But she definitely deserved it, because how you go on an apology tour, but you give it with a slight hint of shade. You serve it with some shade on there. Like I'm your mom, and I've come to you to say this, but at the same time, it really, it really wasn't even about this. I ain't even want them like that. Like what kind of apology was this, Lois?
I was just hope we'll see. I was like, I wonder what, I was bored. I was like, I wonder what Fast Eddie up to. He's still working at the Cinnabon. I wanted
now,
to,
He probably living on the street since Mary put him out.
I wanted to see since we ain't doing nothing.
and now Lois, your lips bleeding and you're crying. Come on, girl. Like
She
what a waste.
deserved every bit of that, because how dare you smash your child's he raggedy her raggedy for 2 years, and then come to her and try to explain why you did it, to make it seem like it was kind of a good idea because he was there for you when you was lonely. Girl, she deserved, like they said, slap her again, okay?
Welcome, Brown and Beautiful 75. I saw that you said that you were new here. Welcome to the chat. Thank you. Megan is Lois' alter ego, and Priest Dr. Charlie is Marshall's alter ego. Anybody got anything on that? All these theories, because I'm out of them.
I mean, maybe Megan could be a younger Lois. Or maybe the Lois that she wanted to be. I don't know. But Marshall is self-righteous. So I mean, if that's a correlation, I don't know. I hadn't even looked at it this way.
Oh.
Interesting though.
Both of them are extremely self-righteous. So I'm like, why are we wasting time with this apology? Like, if she went over there like she's trying to get closure, and that comatose state really made me reflect on all things real, and I need to get right. Driving Miss Lois. I was like, okay, I'm like, are we gonna just drive off into oblivion? Are we gonna drive through those gates of hell? Can we just get to hell already? I just want to get there, okay? Because this mission and this role of her being housekeeper, maid / servant to that she doesn't need. So I feel like
randomly we got a servant, housemaid.
She's clearly here. It just seems like a guy, like a Grim Reaper or somebody. Like what are we doing? Let's just get to it. Let's get to it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over it. I'm so over it. I hate when I get over shows, because I'll tell you, I don't be having nothing for it. But if that's the road we're about to travel down, can we just go on down it? But you don't get to divorce me. Girl, Marshall was mad. Both of them are so self-indulgent and self-righteous, and feel like you've been ish to me, I've been ish to you. I want to get you before you get me. I want you to die. That's why they had that same little notion of, even with you being in the comatose state, you was fantasizing that it was Marshall and you wanted him to die, and he's doing the same thing to you. You guys are getting it back to each other. This was a terrible marriage. Lois feeling like she realized this is what it is. I'm not even trying to get out and go back to you or see what this is. I came here to, I've always liked you, Red. I've always, it was always you. You're here. You can have him. Because, you don't understand the kind of blessing you're about to receive getting Marshall full time. I know. I don't know if I could have gotten through this without him being over here for you to take him off my hands from time to time. Matter of fact, I'm going to divorce him and y'all can just have it. They're the papers. I'm gonna go and travel to an old place of my childhood and somewhere. She kept saying she going someplace hot. I was like, okay, are you going to hell, Lois? Because I'm going someplace hot. But Marshall is over it. Like, how dare the way he got up, and you seen Red's face. Like, oh yeah, you don't know this Marshall. You don't know this Marshall. You know the Marshall that comes in bearing gifts, loves, and slanging dang-a-lang. That's what we're
Paying
here
that
for.
rent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
paying that rent.
Crying, need a shoulder to cry on. They're
Crying
whining
on
and
your
crying.
shoulder. Woe is me. Lois did this, and my child did this. And Lois just feels like this marriage ended when Merritt gained that 100 pounds that in a year that one time, and you resented me for it, and vice versa, and you didn't do. Yeah, this has been over for a long time. Marshall feels like it's been over equally, but he just wanted to be the one to get her first. How dare you not die when I whispered it to you? Then you got the nerve to come back and serve me with divorce papers? You heifer. Ashley?
Yeah, well, he called her, see you next Tuesday. And he said that they both need to leave the planet. And I said, well, Marshall, maybe y'all both are in the process of leaving the planet as we speak. This was just so sick and twisted. I mean, y'all should have divorced years ago. Like, why stick around with somebody that you hate? This is so bizarre to me that they would just sit there and be miserable for all these hundreds of years. And she's grateful to Big Red. And they said that that's why she made Big Red his nurse, because she really felt like he took care of her in a way, or she took care of him in a way that Lois would never take care of Marshall. So in some way, she did appreciate Nurse Red, and eventually, relinquished her control over to her. Marshall was so gross and disgusting in this, because I don't know how you start the mess and then are mad when she finishes it. Like, oh, it's different because it was family. It was our son-in-law. Like, Marshall, if you don't care, if you hate me, if this marriage is done, ease on down the road. Here's the paperwork. Here's the ring. This was the most adult thing that Lois has done since we've been watching.
At this point, I really just feel like everybody's dead. Okay.
Because how is he that evil? Like, this was like, and you see how she's sitting back there like, oh, this is the person that Lois met all this time. I should have been got y'all in the same room, because I don't know this man. This man is evil. Evil. It's like they literally hate each other. What were y'all holding on to in the first place? Like, what was it? Y'all can't stand each other at all. Just terrible towards each other. And maybe that's why they was together, because they were just too evil, because she's not a good person either. Neither one of them are good people. And maybe it's just like two terrible people need to be together, because y'all don't need to go and hook up with somebody that's actually decent.
Well, I think Nurse Red got that. She was like, I'm too decent for this. I don't think this is what I thought it was. Shout out to the 85 people here in this chat. We absolutely love to see it. Let me show you guys some love for a moment for showing us love in the chat and running it up. I see some really good commentary in there that we'll get to later. We'll be right back, y'all.
But you needed me. I got clean, they go baby clean. Lose your self-esteem. I get touched in the morning, so I feel like baby king. Was it big? Step by step, so I just like baby king. But I'm cool, cause he look at me, where she wanna be. Call me freaky T. On the leash, I feel like a dog. I be under free. Never needed you, but you needed me. I got clean, they go baby clean. Lose your self-esteem. I get touched in the morning, so I feel like baby king. Was it big? Step by step, so I just like baby king. But I'm cool, cause he never needed you, but you needed me. I got clean, they go baby clean. Lose your self-esteem.
Fraud, I see you in here. Thank you so much for showing us love in the Cash App. Hey, gang. Thank you. We definitely appreciate you. Now, oh no, we're not gonna get here first, baby. No, absolutely not. We need time to sit with that, because no. Now, in the wake of her apologizing. Just as quickly as we came out, we were downtrodden, had the dark circles. You know, the bob wasn't bobbing. We were, rehabilitating. But now that we feel like we are, and we're on a journey to release all negative things. I don't need this. I know how these people feel about me. Let me give Marshall his divorce, and we got to go visit the kid. But we just went here to return the favor. We went here to return this slap. Mm-hmm. We went here to return this slap and to also tell our daughter, you weren't perfect. You were terrible. Ugh. I stuck by you, little girl. I was there for this, that, and that, and I'm a terrible mother, and I was good. No, I was more than that to you, and you were a whole lot of things to me. You know that slap that hurt my feelings. Yeah, I'm gonna return it. And if you ever want to have a real relationship with me, come find me in the hot place. I think that mean hell. Ashley, how did you feel about Lois coming to return the favor with this slap, amongst other things? Because it wasn't genuine when you came here the first time, and she just took it back. Like, she just felt like she lost a little power when baby stood up and gave her that slap. No, let me take it back and then go to the hot place.
Yeah, because I'm still your mother. It was gross. I mean, Lois is a gross individual, so we knew that this was going to happen because she needs to program, I guess, the power balance in the relationship. Because, girl, what you would never do is slap me. But you know what this reminded me of? It reminded me of Waiting to Exhale, when Gloria's baby daddy came to see the son, and I'm checking out, and I mean just that. If Tariq wants a relationship with me, he'll have to be the one to reach out. That's what it felt like to me. Gross, sickening as a parent. At the end of the day, you still are the parent. The onus is on you. You were the one who did wrong. You need to do what you need to do to make amends based on merits, boundaries, and what she's willing to allow at this point. This pissed me off, but it's indicative of who we know Lois to be. But it was gross. It was gross.
DeMarcus, I know that Ashley is definitely going to be checking it out. I don't know if anybody's going to talk about it, but I know somebody's going to watch it. I might watch it.
Who said Ashley? But I do. That young Damon, he fine, so I might.
Well, no, I thought I saw you post it, like fall watches.
What to watch this week was new this week, yeah, but I haven't watched.
Oh, you wouldn't go watch this for the community. Oh, my bad. Let me get it off. Kay, how did you feel about this?
Lois. This is why I don't know why you getting the 12 steps to see if you're gonna go to the pearly gates, because you going downward at this point. How dare you go and tell your daughter you were a terrible person? She was raised by two terrible parents. First of all, how did you think she was gonna turn out? And either way, I stuck by you. Said that ain't that what you supposed to do? As her mom, ain't that what you supposed to do? And then we didn't talk about, okay, if she gained all this weight in college, what exactly happened at that time? Because it sounds like a trauma happened, and either you did something or Marshall did something to get her into that place. Something happened, but you gonna spin it around her like, well, you were a terrible person anyway. So I see that as permission for me to sleep with your man and call you fat and give you a slap back.
Girl, not even gangster. She said, when will you join that cult? Baby, she went through some stuff.
I'll take your man.
She's been through some stuff. Like, this was terrible. This is the send. This is the last message and send off that you want to have with your daughter before you go somewhere hot. Yeah, go on, Lois. Enjoy it there. Tell the man with the pitchfork we said what's up. Because
exactly. Because at this point, she really can just go ahead and go to hell.
Lois, Prophet, Moses, the genius mind. I could have went all my life without this scene. When we sat with this man and he's at the seminar and we're talking about the expansion of the mind and what we can do with these dreams and all, like, Lois is apparently the next coming. And these two men are sitting here like they have intel on something that Lois doesn't know yet. But you're projecting like you're the one, you're the chosen one, Neo. And whatever, your fantasies, your dreams, the comatose, whatever that was, is going to come into fruition real soon. And I feel like they know that already. And they're just kind of going through the motions with her. And he's telling her what he feels like every single thing in her dream state meant. Ashley.
I said, really, Stephen Hawking? Like, is that the reference? Like, we're into the cosmos and
Yes.
like, you know,
Yeah.
black holes and relativity and all that. I was like, come on. What? But was he in another one of Ryan Murphy's American Horror Stories? This
Um.
actor.
Not that I've seen.
Oh, okay. So he just brought him in
He
as like
just
a
brought him
waiter
in.
Mhm.
for salaciousness. You asked earlier, who is this for? What is he doing? Why did we go through this? It's all pure salaciousness, in my opinion, and shock value because you know everybody's mouth was like, huh? Like, what's happening right now? And even she looked like, and I was like, Lois, just I didn't care. I didn't care about her daddy being in the hell already. I said he must have been a doozy too. If he met her out there. I said, I guess they all just gonna burn in hell. I was so over this. Again, it just kind of reaffirms how important she is. We got that in the first 7 episodes, her
Mhm.
self-importance. This is all
Yeah.
about me. This is everything in the
Yeah.
world is about me. This new crime. And even right here, now it's all your mind is beautiful, Lois. Like I've
Mhm.
never seen a mind like yours. It again, further stroking that ego. And I'm over it. I'm
Mhm.
over that part, y'all. I don't need it.
Once we got here and it was all about her, this is the same thing that we had when Belinda sat with her on that couch in her 5150 in that dream state and telling her, "Oh, you're a prophet. He chose you. You're special. Go Chessery, picked you out." It was still self-serving, just strictly for Lois. So I was like, okay, yeah, we're still asleep. Okay.
I when he rolled on in there, I said, Ryan Murphy, if you know you going to hell, why are you trying to take us with you? Okay. Why are you trying to drag us down there with you? Because why would you do this and input it in this situation? What did you want us to gain from this? Because I know you didn't want us to gain that this person of all people is trying to prophesize over Lois like she's gonna be the top-notch prophet and she's on the way to hell. Is that what's gonna save her from going down to the hot place? Is that if she uses her power of prophecy for good? And of all people, she had to hear this from a stranger who's like, our souls are connected. All of y'all are going to hell together if you ain't already there.
It's like,
What soul?
I feel your soul too. Like we're kindred. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. It just really took me out when I was like, why, Ryan? What? Why? Why, Bly? Why? Right. For any movie review, it is always $60. Anything, more than that is when you want me to review a show. And then we kind of go per episode. But any movie review is currently $60. Thank you, Rod. But yeah, I was like, when we got confirmation, like, and it was my daddy. I'm like, are we gonna get confirmation from Gloria? Was that the mother? Or are we gonna squeeze her in there too? We can go back over there to Glorious, but I just wanted to see her come back in her pimp coat. But yeah, this all took me. I really checked out at this point because I was like, oh, we're back stroking Lois's ego in her mind. Shrek, can I stay with you? Can I stay with you? That's all I saw here. I say, no, she's not rolling in here like donkey. Can I stay with you? Because I don't want Marshall. We have the roles reversed here, and she's, awake, and we're not because we have her with the grapes, just like we had Nurse Red with them when she came and checked her in the office, and Marshall, and you're not going to be taking him off and pulling any plugs because that's my man. I love that man. Yeah, we got it, Red. But she wants to return to Cinder. I really liked it when he could just come by and check in every once in a while, two to three times a week, but he's just there all the time. And it's Marshall. I was like, what? I thought this was your heart. You was crying. You was all and Lois is like, I told you. Yeah, it's different when you're a wife versus when you're the mistress and you're getting all those mistress perks. She even goes as far like when Lois said, don't you have some friends? Don't you have any real friends? I mean, but who has real friends? You talking about that hot place that you wanted to visit. I checked it out. It looks beautiful. If I could just go with you, she said, no, baby. No, Shrek, donkey. You can't go with me. Okay?
Well, she's going anyway because God is not going to reward you for messing with somebody's man. Although she don't like that man. You didn't know that when you started messing with him. Okay? You didn't know that. So, you're going with her regardless. So, Lois, you might as well told her to come stay with you. She's going straight to hell with you. And she's getting exactly what she deserved. You wanted him so bad. have them and go sit with it. Go sit with it. Now it's this is your responsibility now. I'm done with it. So all the things that you all the cackles that y'all had at my expense and talking about me like I was a dog, like I wasn't worth nothing. Oh, okay. It's you know, karma is a wonderful thing.
Ashley.
Yeah, this was outrageous. Really? In what world? In what world you feel big, bad, and bold enough to say, "Can I come with you?"
Can I
Like, I
say
don't
this?
want him either. Lois, I don't want him. You can have like, can't you like yeah, no. Big Red, find something safe to do. Go get one of your fans off your OnlyFans and go make a move with them. Like if you don't want Marshall, cheat on him. Show he hates that. So just do that if you want to get rid of him.
No.
But don't come to the soon to be ex-wife. This was so weird. But right, if she is going to hell and they're trying to tell us something with this, if this is supposed to be something oh deep, you guys will both end up in the same place, then sure. Bring her along to your little hot desert hell town. Go on.
Well, at least I want to know why my super chats aren't popping up here in this chat. That's what I want to know. Because I see one here from Dane. Did I get this one from Dane? Let me see. Yeah, this one is here, but I don't see DeMarcus's now. DeMarcus said, I only watch 1 and 2 episodes. Peace.
Dane tries.
Dane, I know Dane is good to check out of a situation, especially if the show ain't doing what he needed to do. Thank you for trying it out, Dane, and always supporting us when we're here, because we've watched pretty much all 10, and we're better people for it, because this is all just a choice. Just a choice. A choice of a show. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to. I'm interested to see how they're going to wrap it up, because it's been. I thought we would be closer to something by the time we got here. But let me see. Oh, I see it here. Thank you so much. Thank you for the $9.99. Aquarius the Savage. So just sending some love. Love the reviews and the vibe. 100, 100, 100, 100. Thank you so much. Now I guess they show these emojis because these are probably emojis from the iPhone.
Yeah, and not for me too, probably.
I'm like, why don't say heart, pink heart, pink heart. Thank you. You know, I love the love. Thank you. Yeah. We already had, the prophecies and all that good stuff. So I feel like if you've been watching the show, you knew that this was coming. Everything's real. Everything's real. The way that Lois, saw it, dreamt it, comatosed it, all the way down to the way that this family is positioned. The grotesquerie murders are happening in real life. And we even have, a state of seeing Megan here in a dream, because, she's always dreaming or sleep with somebody when somebody calls. And we have her going through these bloody ritual looking situation. Ashley.
Could Lois be under hypnosis and the ringing is what takes her out of something? I'm curious about this. If he pulls a move like this in episode 10, I'm going to be so very annoyed. But this was disgusting and vile. And again, how did they know? Somebody got my medical notes and now they're repeating the crimes. No, Lois, you masterminded these crimes. There's no way. And they asked her, oh yeah, you've got to be a prophet because you know exactly down to the whatever. And this hasn't happened. This wasn't one of your former cases. No.
Mm-hmm.
No. You've just been a party to the grotesque for so long, Lois. That's how you put this thing together. This was just, again, her ego and self-aggrandizement, in my opinion, to see these things playing out again. Y'all know I still don't think we're in reality. So this is, again, just a figment of her sordid imagination in my mind. And it was vile. But what I'll say was different this time than the first time is that we actually see Lois have human emotion, especially when she gets to the pot in the kitchen. And I was like, well, that's different. So maybe we are getting closer to this next layer, which again makes me think hypnosis, like they're taking her through some sort of weird something. But y'all, I don't know. It was terrible. It was gross. Ryan Murphy's just recycling just because it's probably easier than writing a new setup,
We did have Merritt say, you've been handling and working these cases with these killers and these horrid things so hard. It's tainted your self-image in your mind. You're sick. They did something to you. At this point, Lois is either dead, dying, or locked up somewhere in a mental state. Okay.
Once we got here, all I could think about was the movie Groundhog Day and Happy Death Day. Like, are we just gonna go in cycles, reliving these same things just over and over with different faces, different colors, different hairstyles? It's got her little bob this time, switching up, names of people or the clothes that they're wearing. Just like we're just cycling through the thing, like Happy Death Day. Like until you actually get solve the thing that you're supposed to do, or you get to a place where you're supposed to be, we're going to keep being stuck in this loop. So I'm ready for her to get out of this loop at this point. We keep cycling through the same loop, and like at the end of this episode, where she was just like, or the episode 9 where she was just like, I've been here before.
Yeah.
This is a Happy Death Day.
Oh Lord, Kay, please, not the Happy Death Day. But before we start getting to the end here and wrapping this up, do know that everybody on this panel has a membership, and Saturdays we have our members only watch along. This week, my choice, we will be getting into the 3-way, and if you guys want to be a part of that, you should become a member. Let's go ahead and check that out, and we can see what you guys think about it.
Hey,
Let me guess. You still at home, laying in your bed.
I am pulling up as we speak.
But are you really though?
Hell no, Eb.
A black man walked up to you and hit on you in a bookstore?
Yes.
I'm Justin.
Stacy. I really don't think I can do this.
Oh.
I just don't think I can have sex in front of people. And you know I don't be sucking dick like that. He just suggested a threesome. Classy?
Boring. You're not flexible at all. And you think balls are gross.
Balls are gross. It is something I always thought I would do with someone special. What is ugly ass feet? Now we'll see who's boring. Who is she?
High school friend.
What are the odds that we ran into each other?
To a wonderful night. Just go with it.
I'm gonna go with it right out this door if she gets too crazy.
Hey,
Thanks.
I want one.
Hi. Hey, sis. Okay, she is so extra. No one gets that excited over salmon.
I'm nervous as hell.
What's most important is you make sure they're both comfortable. Sex is an afterthought.
Has the magic touch too.
Does she?
Oh, he knows I do.
The way I can't wait to get into that magic touch, y'all. The way I cannot wait. Once again, everybody on the panel has their own individual memberships. I do believe that everybody has dropped their link in the chat. If you guys care to be there for that and have a good time with us, because baby, I can't wait. Can't wait to see Ashley soon. You already gearing up, Ashley, to be squeamish. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Don't do that, Lois. Don't be that way. I need to wake up. Now, we get here towards the end here, and we not only have these parallel cases and everything coming into fruition, but we end up back at this motel situation, and Lois is just feeling like, okay, now this is too much. After she indulges again about this being all connected to her, and it's me, and somebody, he just has to say somebody's taunting me. I'm like, we're right back to where we started with Lois making this all about her. Cool. All the way down to the gunk. Everything is matching. Clicking on all cylinders. You know what? Is this real or isn't it? I need you to cut me. Cut me. I need you to cut me, because if I bleed, I was like, this is not what that is. This is not Inception, Lois. What are we doing? If I bleed, then that means that this is all real. We can barely bleed and get in the bathroom long enough before this man shows up like Jason out of nowhere. Promptly beats on Megan. Lois took her precious time coming out the bathroom. And places a gun on him. And it's just like, we know about you. We know, and you can't shoot me. And we have Megan in the back going, this is a dream, Lois. This isn't real. Don't shoot him. You can't shoot him. Why? Ashley?
That's exactly what I said. I was like, why can't she? If it's a dream, if it's really a dream, if it's fake. But he said, listen, sis, you're very woke. You've been awake the whole time. I know your whole story, Lois. Like, I know everything about you. And he put the blicky in his own mouth. Mm-hmm. I said, now that's a fool. If I ever seen one. I said, he can't be real. This still has to be a dream, because who does this in real life? Oh no, he's sick. He's sick, Lois.
Yeah.
Megan, Sister Mary Clarence, if you don't sit down in that corner and shut up, And yeah, she pulls the trigger. I mean, we see the aftermath, brains on the walls and on Sister Megan. She's used to being covered in blood. This was so anticlimactic for me. I was like, well, sir, what did you expect? What does Kay always say? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, something like that. That's exactly what happened here. And Heffa, you're still asleep. You are. But this little cross blade that we've been seeing since episode 1 wasn't going to be the thing to show us that you were real. You can bleed in your dreams, Bookie. Like this was beyond me. And then she gonna sit there and look at it for a long time. And if you look at it going down the drain with the water, it also looked like the cup that she was drinking out of earlier. And it only made me think of like communion, like the blood and the body and all that. And Ryan Murphy's sick. Whatever imagery or picture he's trying to paint, I'm sick of it. I hate it. I don't like it. I want it to stop. I want it to be over.
I mean, I couldn't tell. I was like, was Megan yelling out as like a battered woman? Because, there is a tendency to like, you can't hurt him. He's sick. He only hit me, the one time, officer type of energy. Or it felt like a life and death situation. You shooting him is going to change the parallels of how this could all go and end up. You can't shoot him. That's making you a decision. That's you making a decision that's going to be divisive. I just didn't know. Okay.
Now, you come out trying to blast head, but he knocked that head for a little, for a good little minute before she even came out of the bathroom. Okay, you heard the door is right there. It ain't like it's down the hall; it's right there. So you heard him bust in and toss her around the room like a volleyball, just bouncing her around all around the room, and you just standing there. But you wait till she is just drug across the hotel before you come out. And you didn't have to shoot him in the head. If as an officer, you know how to, do a non-lethal, wound, if you will. So for her to do that, that was very intentional. And probably intentional because guess what? Ain't none of this real. And Lois, you ain't learned your lesson yet. You didn't have to do this. This was another test for her. Oh, we're going to wake up again in the same loop because this is Happy Death Day.
But what if this was reality and now she's about to go to prison because Megan's going to say she just unalived this man without just cause? I'm just saying.
She's going to live this same trauma loop in the jailhouse because we're in Happy Death Day. We're going to see Megan in the jail. We're going to see Marshall in the jailhouse. We're going to see Father Fucho in the jailhouse.
The chaplain, the warden.
Belinda.
Yeah.
This just can't be reality. It's just a dream. It's not real. Kay, I'm going to come to you first. What are your predictions for the final episode? Jesus.
Ryan Murphy gonna do something completely ridiculous. Okay, he gonna do something strange. That's gonna make us flip everything over. I feel like I'm going to throw my remote at the TV.
I can see that because there's no way we've wasted too much time. We've tried to do a bit too much with this story. I thought the idea of us going through these alternate realities and it's just a dream, it's not real, is to at least make us stomach like, what, this could be real. None of this ever feels real ever. We're still in this beige, lifeless place. And it just leads me to think what we thought all along, that she's dead. That's just where I'm at with it. So I'm hoping we get confirmation of that. I hope we see her trotting the hill. Or, hey, I tried to give you a moment to go back and salvage and make things right, Lois. And you learn lessons. You make the same trash decisions. Matter of fact, you're down here with Marshall. Both of y'all in hell. I don't know. Hopefully.
And Big Red.
Because everybody's a sinner here. Everybody represents, a 7 deadly sin. So that's there. Maybe this is what that is. I'm just really ready to be done with all of this. Ashley?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm ready for it to be over. I'm just ready for it to all end and hopefully give us some sort of resolution. That's my only hope, is that it all makes sense. Whether I'm pissed off or not, just close it out right, Ryan, and don't do a season 2 of this. Unless it's like an anthology and you're telling a completely different story. But I don't know because we still don't know who grotesquerie is, if it's even a it
I
or a
always thought
thing or
Grotesquerie
a
was
what.
just Lois. I thought Grotesquerie was Lois this whole time. I was waiting for that confirmation.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I
hopefully
thought.
that'll be revealed. That's the only thing I can hope for. I don't have no predictions because I can't tell with that man. It's probably gonna be something nasty. He gonna throw something nasty in that finale. Y'all know it.
Please don't throw that nasty, Ryan. We've had enough. We've been through. We've endured. Okay.
It'll be her stitching up some other body like she was that Turduncan. That's what we'll probably see.
You gonna find a way to bring up that turducken every single time, Ashley. Every single time. No, that was grotesquerie. I apologize for not having more for y'all, but I don't have it. I don't have it for Ryan or this particular show. I'm exhausted with grotesquerie. I'm grotesqued out. Okay. Let me see. How do we do this thing here? If we put this here, yeah, we're gonna go like that. Ashley, let the people know what you got coming up on your channel.
Okay, y'all, tomorrow morning, be looking for Beauty in the Black. My review of the first 2 episodes will be out. Baby Tyler Perry dropped this foolishness on Netflix, and I can't lie, I'm sat. I'm invested. I need answers. I need to know what's happening. I'm actually not mad at this one, y'all. I must tell the truth. But also, please be sure to check out my grotesquerie review. You guys, please run up the From and the Teacup uploads that we've been doing, and revisit some of those lives. All views help. Comments help us even more. Please make sure that you're subscribed and have your notification bell hit for each of these ladies on the panel. And we'll just love you down forever. Tomorrow night, we are back for Fine Men. It's been weeks. You've been asking, and we're delivering. And I can't wait to get into it. Tyra got some new uploads. She got some new slides. I hope y'all are ready. I hope y'all are about that action because we're going to get into it.
They better be about that action because I can do that. Kate, let the people know what you got going on.
Go check the channel right now. From reviews, theories videos. Check out my theories, the panel reviews, Alien Romulus review, Penguin new episodes every Wednesday. Be on the lookout for my review for Smile 2. I got a few thoughts on that movie. I hope y'all didn't like it. I hope because they should have left it at 1. Yeah, make sure you hit like and subscribe. My channel members, right now, I'm trying to decide what movie we're going to do for my pick. And there are 2 options in the membership tab. I need y'all to go vote. Right now, it's 50-50. So y'all go vote on that. And channel members, hit like and subscribe on all channels. And we got one more to endure of grotesquerie, unfortunately. We will be back next Thursday.
Yeah, we case it unfortunately. Ain't that the truth? Like you guys said, make sure you guys are there to pull up for Fine Man Friday. We back like we never left. Be there to have a good time with that. Be looking out for the watch along Saturdays. Be there to, check out 3 women. And also be looking for Beauty in Black. Be looking for that. We're gonna be unfortunately discussing that. But I want to get backstage so I can hear why Ashley is set for this show. But we will definitely see you guys tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. And everybody go ahead and have a wonderful night. Good night, y'all.
Thank you, guys.